Wow, you guys, it has been a while. My God, I have missed you a lot, and I'm so grateful to be here now in this very moment to reconnect with some of you. This has been quite a journey. My YouTube adventure, my YouTube experience, man. The last time that you saw me on this channel, I was a very different being, and you're gonna hear traffic in the background. Hi everyone, hi. This is gonna be live currently, and then those of you that are watching the replay, you know, thank you for being here. You're gonna hear traffic in the background. I actually live in Mexico now. I don't even live in the United States. Everything is different, y'all. There's been a lot of shifts. And I recently just did a video with my friend Sky Cowens, and I know that that's going to bring a select few back to this online real estate right here. This channel that once, lived as kind of more of a beauty platform, and I kind of just honestly left it. I just took off because I went on such a deep journey and I didn't know how to do both at once. And for the sake of my mental health, I just decided to focus on one thing, and that was my journey. And I did a little bit of stuff on Instagram, so if you guys follow me over there, then you kind of already know this new existence, this new being, the walk-in of 11. If you are new to this and you're just coming back and looking for Lynette Sine, she gone. Okay. I've gone through an entire transformation. I don't even go by that name anymore. So welcome. I am 11. Thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing my journey for so damn long. I started this channel back in 2013, and I had no idea what this was going to involve. And it completely changed my entire life. Honestly, being such a part of my online community and tribe. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have continued to support me and encourage me and send words of affirmation and encouragement and love over the years as I've shared my process. I don't know why or when I knew that I felt very called to share my journey with all of you, but it has just been something that Spirit prompted in me quite a long time ago. So I've been here and it's been taking its course, and it's not a linear journey. So I really would like to somehow get back on this platform, maybe not at the same capacity that I was in the past. Definitely not, actually. I don't see myself doing a ton of beauty videos, but maybe it'll show up, you know what I mean? Like, as you guys can see, I still wear a little bit of cosmetics some days. I wake up and I'm fresh-faced, and then the next I want a little glam show. And today I went to brunch with some friends and I put on a little bit of makeup, but oftentimes I'm fully fresh-faced. So I'm just enjoying cosmetics because they've become more fun, not something that I need to do every day, and surely not something that I definitely want to talk about like the whole time. So if you got a chance to see that video with Sky, I got very emotional because I haven't known how to come back here. This represented such a different part of my life. It also represented a lot of pain because I was so public with my marriage to Corey, and so that has been quite an interesting thing since I've last been here. It's pretty much when I stopped doing YouTube was pretty much when my entire life changed. So left my marriage, stopped working with Ipsy, doing makeup, doing beauty videos, and then moved to a place 3 hours outside of Los Angeles by myself to just kind of do some deep soul searching. And that involved going on sacred journeys all around the world and working with the indigenous and doing some visits in the shamanic realms and sitting with some plant medicines, like ayahuasca and San Pedro and Bufo alvarius and of course psilocybin and all these things. So it's been a really interesting journey. Those are very sacred medicines, and they help bring you back home. They help you remember. And so I have remembered a lot. I've woken up from part of my amnesia, and it's a daily process. Every day I remember more. And it's kind of like there's that quote in Alice in Wonderland where it says, Alice actually says, well, I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. And I love that quote because it really gives such a great honor towards evolution in how we show up. And there doesn't need to be like tomorrow I could wake up and change my mind. And I understand that that's really frustrating for a lot of people because they just really want to put you in some sort of box and label, and it makes them feel safe. And so, but what I can promise you is you're never going to find that with me. I am committed to ever evolving and shifting and morphing into something else, very much like these little beings right here, right? They start out as a little, that's why I have this in my room actually, because the metamorphosis is the journey that we're all on. And sometimes some people take it a little further than others and are willing to risk more and try. And, so these little caterpillars go through, this process of becoming nothing to turn into this beautiful butterfly. And in the process, it feels like their whole world is shattering, right? They're in this chrysalis right here. And then they turn into this goop. And they're like, and everything starts to feel, scary, right? Because they turn into mush, essentially. And then, lo and behold, they grow wings and then they're able to fly. And so that is what has happened. So once I really started reclaiming parts of myself and remembering, really, like I said, the whole world has started to open up. And that has not come without a lot of pain and feeling really confused, right? And I think I was really scared to come back and sit with you guys. YouTube is such a different audience. I'm gonna be honest. My Instagram is, it's a smaller tribe. It's a smaller potent tribe. There's only like 35,000 of you guys or something like that. But here there's like a larger group that didn't really subscribe to me because they really cared. It was like incentivized by Ipsy. Like if you like subscribe to me, then you'll get like points off of your fucking glam bag or something. And I love that that was like the gamification and how it all worked. And it's a blessing and a curse because a lot of people aren't here because they support me on my journey. They're here just, for whatever reason. And I've had a really hard time coming back on this platform. So this is just my honest truth. I kind of like took off and didn't know how to come back on here because I didn't have all the bells and whistles and the crew and the lighting and the whole setup. So I kind of just felt defeated. And I've missed you guys though. Fuck, dude. I've missed you guys a lot. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I may not know you by name, but I can assure you that I have felt you deep in my meditations, truly. Because when I go into this still space in my heart, in my inner space race, I feel all of you. And like I said, I might not know what your face looks like, or I might not know what your name is, but I feel really connected to this audience. And I've always had this like still small voice in the back of my head that's been like, don't forget about all your YouTube community, And it's just been such a gift to build out this online tribe. And so I see all of your comments coming through. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And again, like I said, if you're watching the replay, I so appreciate, there's so much online. So the fact that I get even just a sliver of your time, I do not take for granted. I really do. I truly, deeply respect each and every one of you. And I do not take it lightly. That's another reason why I think I've kind of pulled back. I don't take it lightly that I get to use my voice. And speak about the things that I believe in. I would say that now. I think before I did kind of just go with what, you know, was being offered to me instead of really taking life by the reins and being like, I want to speak about this, right? So, anyways, I'm now, as you can tell, a lot more present and a lot more in my body. I was very out of body when you saw me last, and that was due to my own self-worthiness, my own lack of self-worthiness, I should say. And also I was in a really dangerous point in my journey, if I'm honest. My entire contract with Ipsy, when I had all the, like I said, the crew and the lights and the camera and the action, a lot of the team over there at Ipsy can tell you, there was days, you guys, where I would show up, I would be bawling my eyes out and telling them, I'm in an abusive marriage and I don't know how to get out. And they would try and help me, and they would say, okay, well, what do you need us to do? How do you need help? And I didn't know how to leave. And so I, you know, you guys have kind of seen some of the older videos from the past, but I was in a really dangerous point in my mental health. I was suffering from deep suicide ideation. I felt really trapped. I love Corey and still continue to love Corey so deeply, and it was very confusing because I do have an awareness of consciousness and know that Corey is not outside of me, right? He's not this other being. I do believe that even though you're watching me from a different body of bone and blood, that you're just another aspect of me, which we are all this divine, you know, we're divinity incarnate. And so I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't know how to, I just really didn't know how to walk away, and I was in a really unhealthy place. And so I want to just, yeah, I just need to say that, because I think I've been, you can even see, like, I just still continue to, there's not enough words. I don't even know what to say, to be honest. That whole time was such a blur. It literally feels like a blur. I look back at those videos and I'm like, who the fuck is speaking? Because that's not somebody who's in their body. That's not somebody who is present. I was seeing, like, I was just so ungrounded, and there's no judgment towards that, but I just want to speak from my heart, because any single one of you that are in that situation, I would love to be an advocate for you and your heart, and just let you know that it does get better, and you need to ask for help. You need to lean in. I didn't know how. I was like so attached, and I was like knuckles white holding on to this idea of this marriage and this relationship and who I was, right? That I was so afraid of what would happen when it came crumbling down. And that was a lot of ego. Like, let's be real, it was a lot of ego. I was really scared. And now looking back, you know, it's all a part of it. And now I'm able to speak from this place and share with you that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of letting go. It takes a lot of surrender and trust that universe, creator, great spirit, source, call it what you want, fill in the blanks, is for you, not against you, right? And yeah, with that said, just thank you. Thank you for continuing to be here for me. And it's been felt even from afar. And so yeah, now I am showing up as an entirely different thing. I am 11. I am stepping into further remembrance of being a two-spirit. That's what resonates today. Again, like I said, it continues to evolve. I have been in deep contemplation and inquiry around what all of this means, and I do not have all of the answers. I am not a historian. I am not an expert by any means. I will be the first to raise my hand when I say I do not have all of the answers. I am a student of this human curriculum, and I am continuing to just document my process through it, which takes courage. It does. It takes courage to use this, to use your throat chakra. And now I am in the throat chakra of the world. I am living in Tulum, Mexico, which they say there's different areas of the Earth's map, and there's different areas in each, and this could sound like gibberish to some of you, but some of you will get where I'm going with this. They say that Tulum is actually the throat. So I'm learning to speak my truth again, and this land is nourishing me in such a deep way. And so I now live here with a new partner. You guys got to see maybe some of my journey with my marriage to Corey, and then my relationship with Emmy, because I did bring her onto my YouTube channel. And that was also such beautiful experiences that I treasure and cherish with the deepest parts of my soul. And I am so grateful because each of them are some of my greatest teachers, truly. And now I am in a new partnership with a beautiful being that has created such a beautiful and safe container for me to really flow within and explore different edges and be celebrated along the way. And that has just really been such a blessing. And so we are working on some projects together, music-wise and magic-wise, and there's so much unraveling, and I would love to take you guys along the journey. I am working on setting up a Patreon because I would like to do some exclusive content and kind of just take you guys deeper into some of my practices. I've been building out retreats and actually having people like you guys, even some prior subscribers or just different people that have followed my journey, and actually working together in the flesh, in the physical. And so I've got some things coming up actually in 2022 that I would love to invite you guys in on. And I just want to do life with you more in the physical and not just the virtual space. And it has been such a blessing. And if you know anything about me, you love it. You know that I love to just sit Indian style or cross-legged. I'm Native American, so I'm learning that different things are really not great. So let me rephrase that. That's just like an old euphemism. Indian style, that's not great. Excuse me, I apologize. It was just in my brain, but cross-legged, right? See, this is what I mean. It's like everyone's really easily offended these days, and we gotta just like step up and say, hey, I didn't say that right. Let me rephrase that. So here, I'm leading by example. Sit cross-legged and just face-to-face with people. There we go. So that is my entire joy, is just to be with people and explore different sides of ourselves. And so I'm working on a retreat series going into kind of what I've been through, which is what I like to say identity alchemy, and really coming into finding your own edges. And so there's a couple different opportunities to visit Tulum, Mexico, and come out here and spend a week with me. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely continue to stick along the journey, and there will be more releases on that coming next year. So anyways, with that said, yeah, I sit back and look at my entire journey and just feel like I'm a little kid in awe and wonder, childlike awe and wonder. And just, I marvel at how many opportunities have opened up because I have done this. There's a camera, it's my phone, sitting just right in front of me, and I'm hanging out with you guys, you know? And from that, so much has unfolded. And I am so grateful for all of the experience that I've been able to have across the world. It's, taken me across the globe, and my voice has been heard at different ends of the earth that I haven't even visited in the physical. So I'm so grateful for the ability to use the online space, and reach people that I maybe wouldn't have before. And so all of it is such a gift. I just see this entire journey as such a gift. And I just would love to know from you guys, what topics would you guys like to hear me share about? I'm working also with this whole Patreon idea. I really want to start interviewing some people that have a lot more experience, life experience and knowledge to help kind of guide this conversation, breaking the gender binary, and also just parts of their spiritual awakening and going just more depth of being, right? I think before I showed up and I was just sharing a lot of fluff, which is okay. It's okay. it's part of the journey. And I don't want to ever take away from, you know, what I did in the past. It was an experience. And, but now I'd like to just go a little bit deeper, right? I'm going to be 35 years old. Can you believe that? Here in a few months, 35. So when I started, I was a completely different, you know, age bracket. And with that life experience has come maturation. And so I just would like to bring you guys along for more of, you know, what's been on my heart. So I have puppies that I'm fostering, and if you can hear in the background, one of them's crying, so that's my cue. But I love you guys beyond measure, truly. Each and every one of you are so deeply special to me, and please comment below on what you guys would like to hear me talk about and share. And I'm just gonna keep this like super raw and honest and see how it goes. You know, I'm just gonna see how it goes and have no attachment, the practice of non-attachment. Speaking of fosters, the foster puppies are teaching me the art of non-attachment. So yeah, no expectations and no attachments to how this is gonna go. And that feels good. That feels really good for right now. So yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for being here. And continue to seek the magic in the seemingly mundane. Life is really challenging right now. And before I go, I just remembered one thing. I've been going through it, y'all. I just lost my pops 2 months ago, or has it been longer? I think it's been, yeah, actually longer, a little over 2 months. And I've been going through really deep shifts. And I'd like to share more on my grief process in another video. I don't really have the space emotionally for that at this time, but I'd like to continue to dive deeper into that. So I will be sharing on that and a lot more about, you know, different topics involving some of those things. And yeah, not gonna get into it right now, but my heart's been tender. So thank you again. Like I keep saying thank you just because I keep seeing all your comments come through, those of you that are live, so I don't want to, you know, miss, or I don't want to take that for granted. I see all of your comments coming through. But anyways, thank you again, and onward ever, backwards never, you know? Shoot. We in this, and we in this together. So thank you for making it feel safe for me to come back here and share from my heart. And we'll see where this goes, right? Let's do it. All right. I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you. Love you.